Yo guys, new swain build dropped. So, if you get to build defensively Rod of Ages, you should go for it over Frozen Heart. And your second item, you could third item it as well if you need other utility items, but you must to have Actualizer if you go Rod. Because, now notably, if you do go Blackfire Torch, you may need some other defensive item if you first item Blackfire. But Actualizer is a really well made item combined with Rod. So, Rod says that it does give you flat healing. Heal from eternity is kept at 20 health per cast, right? And your Q doesn't really gives you like 20 HP because this only costs 60 mana, so this doesn't even reaches the 20 basically like healing, right? Now if you press Actualizer, this doubles your mana costs, so this can actually even give you beyond 20 healing. Not only because it increases your mana cost, but also because it increases your healing, which also for some reason works on the flat HP you get from Rod of Ages. And so the cool thing is that obviously like it does also scale with mana. It's great. And because you do heal and shield, right? So it says your spells cost 100% more mana and you gain 21% increased ability damage, shielding and healing. Now the shielding is not very concerning for us. It's good. Maybe you could cook with approach velocity if you feel like, but you know, maybe there is a word, but haven't really thought about that too much. But the cool thing is that you also have to like stack cooldown. So it has really good synergy with Transcendence because on Champion Takedown reduces the remaining cooldown of basic abilities by 20%, and that sort of allows you to like spam a bit more with the combined cooldown reduction of your basic abilities cooldown progress 30% faster from Actualizer. And the importance of cooldown is that in this 8-second window, you got to spam as many Qs as possible. So actually, like this is a bit tricky, right? But you got to spam as many Qs as possible just to sort of maximize out the value of this Actualizer. And so like the cool little thing is that once you spam more and more cooldown, the more rotations of your abilities you can get off, and those abilities will not only deal damage, but they will also, you know, notably heal you. So this is kind of like almost like a Spirit Visage amount of bonus healing. And you can also trick this Actualizer. So if I press Actualizer, then I press R, we can see the, you know, bonus damage sort of occurs, but I did pay, you know, 200 mana for my R. Now what's really cool is that you could actually like press R first and then press Actualizer, so you didn't pay 200 mana for your R. And the cool thing is that the recast from Swain's R doesn't cost you anything, so you don't have to pay 200 mana for such, right? Now what's also really good is that you can trick it in a different way, because for example if you press EW, right, 345, all that, right, and we pay the normal amount. Now you could do the same thing and press Actualizer after casting the abilities, so you don't pay double amount, but you still get the bonus damage. So watch out, look. Yeah, I didn't press the button. Okay. look guys, and we still get the bonus damage value. That's crazy, right? Now what I really want to point out is that obviously you could get a little more cooldown. And what Actualizer also kind of like helps with is that either in the duration of your E, you can get more quickly off another Q, which just means that in the duration of your route, it's kind of like easier to like sort of get off like another Q, which, you know, just gives you a bit more damage, if I can, you know, really like point that out. And it's also really nice to sort of combine. Now Malignance doesn't feel that bad to combine Malignance with you know, as an optional item. If you don't value anything else, you can really easily, really nicely combine it with Actualizer, because it does provide mana. And if I'm correct, the magic damage even from Malignance does get increased. Let's see if I'm correct before I say bullshit. Does seem like 21 per tick. And if I use Actualizer, 33, 22. So which is the Malignance damage? 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. If I use Actualizer, is it still 20, 20? So it doesn't really like works on. So before I say bullshit, it doesn't really like works apparently on items. So it's only like ability damage. Just wanted to kind of like check it out. Now, and beyond this, like you could still get malignance theoretically. It still could be fine. But mainly you can either like combine it with. Basically, there are some items, but you don't have to emphasize more mana. Like at this point, you can just get like what's specifically needed for your game. I think if anything, like Archangel kind of cooks if you got tier earlier, but at this point you could just like look for like other items. Like you don't really have to like it's kind of like over spam mana because it does give nice value, but it's there's just simply too much. Kind of like too much scaling, which is not the most like this is not the best thing on Swain to like scale that up. That's it for now, guys. Have a nice day.